You're welcome to my channel, Mindset Academy, where we are asked to section the given view that is displayed at the left-hand side of the screen, and we should look at each view when we call the plane XX and the plane YY. If you look closely, this view here that my arrow is pointing is the front elevation. This view here is the plan, and this view here is the end view. So we are sectioning the front elevation from the center of the circle, looking at the direction downward. That will call it plane XX. And we're also sectioning the plan at the center of the plan, looking at the direction YY. So when you are pointing YY means you're looking at the elevation from the plan. So we want to see the elevation, right? So this is what we'll be having. I'll be drawing this orthographic projection in isometric projection in order to have a better understanding what sectioning is, and this is what we are going to be having. Remember, no one is asking you to do this. This I am drawing here, right, is to give you a better understanding of what this means in isometric projection, right? So you don't have to do this, just pay attention to what I am explaining to you. Now, this is the isometric projection when you assemble all these objects together, right? So now we want to now cut it horizontally from the what? From the elevation, right? If you look at this arrow, you can see here, arrow XX. So it means that when I cut it from the center of that circle all through, right? What am I going to be seeing? Looking at it from the top. That is why the arrow you're seeing here is pointing down. So when I do that, this is what I am going to be having. If I cut it from that point, this is what I'll be having. At the end of the video, the answer to this question is tabled out. Or what I'm doing here now is an explanation of how you can section your orthographic projection or your isometric projection or any given figure. Now, I have successfully cut this plane from the middle of the circle. From the elevation here, you can see I cut it horizontally, right? And this is where I'm left with. This is what I'm left with, removing the total surface, the top of the circle, remaining the semicircle. But in this case, we don't call it a circle, we call it a semi-ellipse, right? So look at the face here, the surface is free, right? So this is what it means to cut, to section a view from that point XX, right? So now the next thing we'll be doing is looking at the same figure that we have here, right? Looking at this same figure here, we want to cut it vertically. So that's why we're focusing on the plan. You can see YY, that is the plan of the figure. We want to cut it into half. Then looking at the direction towards the elevation, right? Pointing at the elevation. So when you cut it vertically upward, down from the plan, what are you going to see, right? And this is what I am going to see when I cut it with the plane YY and I remove that part away, looking at the direction of the word elevation. What am I going to see? And this is what I will see. If you are finding this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share. And if you have any comment or any question, go to the comment section and ask the question. So this is what we have. We have successfully sectioned the plan, right? YY, and this is what we're having here. So if you look at the screen, this diagram you're seeing here is the parent diagram that is in isometric when we assemble all the parts together. While this one you're seeing here, it is when we have sectioned the plane XX, we cut it horizontally from the center of the circle, right? If you look at the elevation, that is what it's telling us, right? And this is the end elevation, which we just did here. We'll cut it from the plan to look at, I mean, the front elevation. So we'll cut it vertically downward. And this is what we're having here. So these are the views. Plane XX, which is this, and plane YY, which is this, right? So this is what we'll talk about sectioning when you're sectioning a given view. Is that okay now? All these are just explanation. What you are asked to do is this, right? This is the section YY, and this is the section XX. Is that okay now? So if you have found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share the video. Thanks for watching.